Stevie Wonder said in the press recently that he wanted to move to Ghana. Now, those of us in the room that know Stevie personally, he says this thing many times through the years that we've known him. But this last time he said it, he said, I'm moving to Ghana so that I can be valued and respected more. It's almost exactly the phrase he used. And, you got to think, as a black American, who amongst us is more valued or respected than Stevie Wonder?
Just recently, one of the biggest American comedians, Dave Chappelle, revealed that he wanted to move to Africa. He didn't just say that without any reason. He gave a tangible reason. I want us to watch this particular video. I will be back.
I mean, I see you
well, it's
in
funny.
in
okay.
France. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go now in 2021? Where do you want your reach to go?
Well, I've not spoken to you about this. It's a good question. Stevie Wonder said in the press recently that he wanted to move to Ghana. Now, those of us in the room that know Stevie personally, he says this thing many times through the years that we've known him. But this last time he said it, he said, I'm moving to Ghana so that I can be valued and respected more. It's almost exactly the phrase he used. And, you got to think, as a black American, who amongst us is more valued or respected than Stevie Wonder? And the idea that he would feel this way at this stage in his life and in his career, he goes on to say, I would do this for my grandchildren so that they don't have to worry about that, which is a very ominous thing to say because clearly this is going to last for the foreseeable future. And to see him decide to make that move, I wanted to go. Because I look at Stevie, I look at Stevie as he's the soul of American culture. And man, if the soul leaves the body, then this thing is dead.
I understand.
And I go, I'll follow him over there. Or I'll go myself. I'll do it for him.
Yes! Yes, Dave in Africa! We love that.
I called Naomi immediately.
He did.
You put me in contact with David Adjaye. David Adjaye, for those at home, is a very respected architect, considered one of the finest on earth. And here in the United States, he did the Smithsonian Museum of African American History, which is sacred ground as far as Smithsonians go for black people. And he designed it, and Naomi put him in touch with me, and so we've been working together. Hopefully I'll build something there.
That's going to be beautiful.
But I'm definitely going to at least rent something for the foreseeable future. And I hope to open a comedy club there, because I heard there's none. And I think
you got to tour all 54 countries.
I would love to.
That'd be amazing.
And I did that show in South Africa. I had never performed in Africa before. It was like, ladies and gentlemen, the Beatles, like the crowd went crazy. And I've gotten a lot of ovations, but the way they responded, how quickly they bought the tickets, I was surprised that there would be that kind of interest.
Oh no, I was not really surprised, but I think you're going to find that across the whole continent. It's going to be that way towards you.
And Netflix
They've been waiting patiently.
Yeah, they have. I didn't know. Like Netflix has all this data now that they share with me about where people watch me, and the viewership I have in parts of Africa are staggering. It's like
I'm not shocked.
People love me. They watch me like I'm an action movie, and I'm just telling jokes.
They want more, but to get you live. Oh my goodness, you don't know what a blessing that would be to them.
Yeah, and do you remember when Chris Rock years ago had done a special in Africa? And I even noticed watching his special how great the crowd was. I think he was in Johannesburg. I would love to see that firsthand. You know what I mean? Because it's the best way to travel. Like, you could go to a country and you could see things and maybe meet individuals, but entertaining roomfuls of people, like crowds, is a really good way to get
to feel
what a place is like, what a culture is like, or where you're different or where you're the same. You know what I mean? And I'm real lucky to have an opportunity or that kind of window to look in the world. And
my mind's getting this country. It's like there's so many. It's true. There's going to be you got to film that. That's going to be an amazing Dave conquering Africa, because it's going to happen. That's a whole other chapter, but it's going to be a beautiful chapter to see the people, how they
I mean, if I start something over there too, those cultures have so much to say, and this, the platform or the genre of stand-up comedy is so uniquely American. I mean, they do it all over the world now, but it's an art form that started here primarily. But Africa, I feel like, is very fertile ground for comedy as a genre.
There's a little girl in Kenya. She's not little actually. She's 20, called Elsa Majumbo.
I met her on your FaceTime, right?
Yeah.
She was with you one night.
Yes, she is. Oh my! She's getting her visa to come over from Kenya.
Sweetest thing was when you say hello to my friend, and you told me she's a young comedian. I'll never forget how her face looked when she saw me on FaceTime.
She was in shock.
Yeah, it was so sweet, man. It made me feel really
total
good.
Total shock.
It would never dream, though, that there's some little girl in Africa that dreams of being anything like you.
Oh, there's so many.
Yeah,
wait, just you wait.
It was dope.
I'm always happy when I see all these great influencers, or let's say celebrities, talk positives about Africa. Africa is going to welcome anyone who is willing to come to Africa. We are ready to welcome anyone who have the good intentions to come and open businesses here, to come home and help us develop this continent. We have a whole lot of Africans, diaspora, who are living outside Africa. And most of the times, all these people have great talents that can help build a modern day Africa. But the whole thing is, Africa has been branded a continent that don't have future. We have been branded as a continent. Recently, I came across a video of a Westerner, let me say a white guy, telling his followers that the reason Africa is not developing is because we don't have a link, water bodies that can link one African country to another African country. And he was creating all these fake assumptions about Africa. And in his conclusion, he thinks Africa will never develop because of the way our landscapes has been made. And when I came across this video, I laughed. And I told myself, yeah, Rwanda is doing it. South Africa was able to do it. Other African countries are doing it, and with unity and with hard working, any African country can develop. Any African country can develop. Just that all these political systems and all the things they put in place after independence has not really yielded any results. But with the current African youth, the way we are now awake, with few things in place or with proper systems in place, Africa is the next China. Africa is the next future. So when I see all these big men that has the resources who are willing to move to Africa, I heard him saying that he wants to come and open, he's collaborating with one of the greatest architects in the world, who is also a Ghanaian, David Ajayi. He's collaborating with him to build a stand-up comedy studio that he is going to work on. And that is all something that is also going to benefit the comedians in Africa. It's going to benefit a whole lot of people in Africa. Not only him, Steve Wonder. And it was Steve Wonder's comment that triggered Mr. Dave Chappelle to try and also move to Africa. And Mr. Steve Wonder also gave his reason that he wants a place of respect to move. He wants a place of respect to move. And he was considering moving to Ghana. I heard Mr. Steve Wonder has been in Ghana for several times, and he has made his findings, and he has even experienced his stay in Ghana. He has worked on his stay in Ghana and he has the experience. So I don't think it's someone who convinced him. He came to Ghana, lived in Ghana. He has stayed in Ghana for a couple of months and he has experienced the Ghana society. And I've realized, I remember I watched the video and he was saying that there is community in Ghana. Ghana, our systems, we help each other. So there is lovely community in Ghana. So he wanted to raise his children or his grandchildren in an environment that can help them build confidence, because they sometimes feel inferior when they are in the other country, because they are going to this Western country, especially America. Police are going to let you know that you are black. Your other colleagues or your other friends are going to let you know that you are black. You don't belong there. So when they normally comes to Africa, they feel at home. They normally feel that they belong. They feel belonging in Africa. So it's about time the vision that peoples like Marcus Garvey, peoples like Malcolm X, people like Martin Luther King started, that revolution have to be triggered again. Yes, Africa, when you come here, you are going to face a whole lot of challenges. But if you are able to beat the challenges and you succeed, Africa is going to be the most peaceful and beautiful place to live. We have challenges of systems that haven't been put well. So when you come, you become a little frustrated. We have some systems like, we face challenges like sometimes electricity. And also, as you see this as challenges, it is an also opportunity for people to bring new ideas of how to make the systems work. Like, let's say electricity has become a problem, and maybe you can decide to take that field, learn it, because in Ghana, where I am, here is a hot place. So installing solar systems is a big business that is going to fetch you huge amount of money, because recently real estate agents or real estate investors are investing in solar systems. So you know that if you have idea or you are a professional of someone who knows much about solar systems, you are going to make a whole lot of money. And that are challenges that we can address by ourselves. So any challenges, there have to be solution. Any challenges that we are facing, there have to be solution. And you can be the solution. You can bring the idea to be the solution. You can come around, read through a whole lot of things. And let me tell you, a lot of Westerners comes to Africa and they come and find the challenges and they invest in the challenges and they provide a solution and they become billionaires and they ship the money back to their countries. Some Indians will come here and they realize that we don't have enough shopping centers. We don't have enough, mats. We don't have enough malls. And they try to come and invest in all these things and they get huge billions of dollars and they ship it back in their country. That is how they are working. They don't come here and complain about how things are not working, No, they come, they find the problems, they find the challenges, they invest in the solution of the challenges and they make huge amount of money and they ship it back into their country. So why can't an African diaspora do the same? And African Americans can do the same. That is how we keep calling all these Africans in diaspora to come back home to invest. But most of the times, when they come, what I've realized is they normally come here and they just come and complain about the challenges. Instead of them bringing ideas for us to have solutions, they rather come here, complain, and they move back. As it stands now, Africa, we need people that are willing to help us build the continent. But if you are coming here just for vacations, just for all these things, then you are not here, won't be the best place, because when you come and you face simple little challenges, you are going to rant or nag about it. But if you have the mindset of helping develop this continent, then if you come, here will be the best place to invest, because the outside there, the Western countries, they have already created all their systems. They are already implementing all the good policies. They have already, everything has been set. So when you go there, when you go to all these Western countries, you can't even be an entrepreneur, because already people has what it takes. People has the capacity. People has the resources there to invest in anything. But here, with a little capital, you can change a whole nation. You can invest in a field that will provide you billions of dollars. We have a whole lot of mineral resources, or a whole lot of natural resources that we can't even refine in our own countries. And now Chinese are the ones coming to this country to invest in our refinery companies. They are now refining our crude oils. They are now refining our gold. We have people like us who have the capital and can invest in all of this. We shouldn't sit down for the Westerners to invest in all this thing, and later we come and complain about it. Any African American, any African in diaspora who is ready to move back to Africa is welcome. But before you come, do your research and find something, find a challenge that you can be the solution. Please go to my description box and click on the Telegram link. It will take you to my Telegram platform. Join us as we are going to discuss about the well-being of Africa. If today is also your first time coming to this channel, then don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification button so that anytime I upload any great content, you will be notified. Thanks for watching.